Bheki Cele just to give us insight onto his experience on the train this morning.
Yeah, it was quite an experience. We started, I thought that the train would not be full. All of a sudden, we could not breathe in the next station. People using almost every other entrance. Most they came through the windows and all that. They raised the issue of the crime situation. They spoke to us. One lady was holding her cell with both hands. You could see that if not, somebody would be snatching it. That's the issue they raised. Almost their bags, their cells, their purses, everything is snatched. The train is so full to such an extent that if anybody takes anything from you, you can't just trace that person and get it. Unfortunately, we thought we'd be able to invite the Minister of Transport, but Commissioner and myself will be accompanying them to come and see for themselves what is happening. The second thing is that people, they come at the station when it is too early, still dark, and as they get out of the train, they still go through the bushes. They tell us that it's quite dangerous to move from their houses to their places to the train. So those are the things that from our side we'll be looking around and see how do we work with them to make sure that people are safe as they walk from home to station.
Now, Minister, I don't want to ambush you, but what kind of thoughts do we have around changing the situation on the trains and at stations?
Well, to start with, it will be a transport matter. That's why we need to speak with our colleagues on that. Because with the kind of packing of the train, overloaded and so full, it's very difficult to work on the security and safety matters on the train. But having said so, we need to work together. We need to increase the visibility of the police. Today people are saying, can we be on the train every day? For sure we can't be on the train, all of us, every day, as one coach was full of police. We were packed, but people were saying it's much better today. There is a lot of space that is in the train, and they wish that they would be like that every day, which I'm telling you, for me, I was like just a sardine, and they say there is shortage of train. But for us to be able to work on the safety matters, the riding of the train will have to be normal. Otherwise, with that kind of the train packed like that, it's going to be difficult. But the other thing that we hear, as I've said, is they are walking between their houses and the train because it's dark, it's bushy. Hence, we'll have to deal also with environmental design to make sure that there are lights, there are no bushes as we work with the communities coming there. But I must admit, I didn't find much safety of the community, of the commuters between that station and this Cape Town station.
Are railway police something that might come back on the trains in Cape Town?
Well, it's part of it that we will be doing our budget speech. There will be announcements about that coming out of the budget speech. I'm not reading my budget speech now. That will be afternoon, but it's one area that we have taken on board to say people have to be safe on the rail.
Sure. Now, so it would be amiss of me not to speak about what's been happening in Durban at Verulam. Just where are police with their investigation and catching those culprits at the moment?
Well, the Durban matter, that Ottawa Verulam, as you know, we've escalated it to two hawks. Up to this point, we haven't found anybody, but visiting there about 48 hours ago, I was personally there. The police have begun to see some indicators. We'll end there at the present moment, but it's an issue that we are following and trying to find out would be an ordinary criminality or dealing with some kind of extremism, but we are trying to get and catch the people. We'll be able, after we have found those people, we have interviewed them. We interview or interrogate, I think we interview them. After we've interviewed them, we'll have the direction, what's an issue there. But it has been raised, we visited the families. The main thing people said, they said they request that there should be the first and the last, and we must make sure that such thing does not continue in South Africa.
And just to end round off, so with that bomb or that device rather was found yesterday, how does something like that get planted in an active crime scene? Is that not a concern for you?
Well, it is a concern, has been found, but up to this point, when it has been said it's a kind of the bomb, have not been conclusively find out what kind of a bomb. But I do agree with you. It's a concern. The question, I was there, I moved around the whole church. I hope I was not moving around where there was a bomb. I asked the police that we were together with it, was it before or after? And somebody said didn't know. So it could have happened that ourselves could have been bombed in that particular church when we were there. It's a concern, but we'll find the answer and definitely will make sure that such thing does not happen, working with the communities there.
All right, Bradan Uveka, that is Minister Bheki Cele giving us an update on Verulam as well as his experience on the trains in Cape Town this morning.